Today we are going to learn how to solve quadratic equation by the method of completing square. Today we are going to discuss the quadratic equation with the coefficient of x square is 1. Okay, here the equation quadratic equation. Solve the quadratic equation x square minus 6x minus 11 equal to 0. Give your answer to the 2 dp. Answer, give your answer to 2 dp. That is, we have to write our answer to 2 decimal places. Then in this case, here x square minus 6x minus 11, you have to note this one. Here the coefficient of x square is 1. Then that case we are going to solve which we have to use in the method, the completing square method, to solve this quadratic equation. Say quadratic equation x square minus 6x minus 11 equal to 0. Then first one is, before going to do this question, first I'm going to explain some part. We know a plus b whole square. What is a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. The same way, what is x plus a whole square? X plus a whole square means the first term is x square, then plus 2 into a into 2 into x into a. That 2 times x times a, that is 2xa. 2xa means 2ax, then plus a square. That means here you can note one thing. Here the coefficient of x is, here what is coefficient of x? That is 2a. Then if 2a, divide that one with a. I'm going to explain the relationship between the coefficient of x and this term, final term a square. This term divided by coefficient of x is 2a. 2a divided by 2. That means we will get a. A means this part is a. Clear. That is, we will get this part by using which one? Coefficient of x. Divide coefficient of x. Divide coefficient of x by 2. That is, here coefficient of x is 2a. 2a divided by 2. Then we will get this part. That means it will come like this: 2a divided by 2. That is a. That is the relationship between the x term and the constant term. Then another one, in x minus a whole square. In x minus a whole square case, here also the x square minus 2a. Here we are going to apply a minus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. That means that time we will get x square minus 2xa. 2xa means 2ax. Then plus b square. Then here in this case also check the coefficient of x. Here coefficient of x is minus 2a. Here coefficient of x is coefficient of x is minus 2a. That is, here don't take minus 2a, we can take 2a, only take 2a, thus number without sign, that is 2a. Then divide by 2. Divide by 2 means you will get a. That is, this number divide by 2, coefficient of x, that is 2a, divide by 2, then we will get this part. That is the relationship. Okay, in this case, if the here is operation is subtraction, in subtraction case you have to take here minus. If it is operation is plus, in that case you have to take here plus. Okay, then you have to check this part, the coefficient of x, and which one? The constant part. The coefficient of x is first you have to check coefficient of x, that is 2a. 2a divided by 2, then we will get this part. Then in that case we can write it as a x plus a whole square, because here we used plus, because this here the sign is plus, that's why here we used plus. Then if it is minus, in that case we have to use here minus. Okay, now I am going to explain this question. Here in this case, first when we are doing this type of question, first take the coefficient of x. Here coefficient of x is minus 6. Taking not minus 6, I am taking 6. The sign without sign, that is 6. That is 6 divided by 2. First we have to find 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. The next one, next I am going to do, first I am going to write this part x square, then write minus 6x. After that, after these two part, then after that one we found one number 3. Then find the square of that number, 3 square, because here a square. That's why we used here 3 square. Then use 3 square. The 3 square. Yeah, here I added 3 square. If I add one number, then the equation will change. That equation will change to the another one. That means we have to balance that equation. To balance that equation, I used here. Here I added plus. I added 3 square. Then here I subtracted 3 square. Then equation will again become the same, because plus and minus it will become 0. Then minus 11. That is these two terms. These two terms are now I added. Then minus 11 same as this one is equal to 0. Only two changes. Only one changes. That is, we first found the 6 by 2. That is 6 by 2 is 3. Then add that number. Add power of that number, that is 3 square, then minus 3 square. Then you have to use plus 3 square and minus 3 square, then only it will cancel and you will get the same equation. Okay. The next part, we know this one, x square minus 6x plus 3 square. Now you have to check only these first three terms. Check first three terms. In that case, the quotient of x, here quotient of x is 6. Then minus 6, then take 6. 6 divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. That is 3 square. Is same as this type 1. That is here x, the quotient is minus 2a, that is 2. Here we have without sign 2a. 2a divided by 2, you will get a, that is a square. The same thing happened here. That means it is a equation. We can write it as a, which way we can write this one? Is a x minus 3 whole square. These three terms. The next one, simplify this part, minus 3 square minus 11, it becomes minus 20 equal to 0. Then take minus 20 to other side, then we will get x minus 3 whole square is equal to 20. Then x minus 3 is equal to this root, square becomes root. In when we are taking root, that time you have to use plus or minus, because minus 4 square is equal to 16, plus 4 square is equal to also 16. That is that's why we are using which one, plus or minus. If you use, and what is negative 5 whole square is 25, what is positive 5 whole square, that is also 25. That's why we are in root case always use which one, plus or minus. Plus or minus root 20, that is x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus root 20. Then we can take this minus 3 to other side, then we can write it as 3 plus or minus root 20. Then split that plus or minus, then we can write it as x is equal to 3 plus root 20 or x is equal to 3 minus root 20. Then now we can write this equation. We can use calculator and can write this part as a decimal. That is, calculate this, simplify this part. We can write it as a decimal. When you are writing decimal, write your answer in 2 decimal places. That is, we will get this part. First part, x is equal to 7.47 or x is equal to, the other part, x is equal to negative 1.47. Okay. Always write your answer in 2 decimal places. In quadratic equation, completing the square method or the formula method, that case we are using 2dp answer. Then write your answer in 2dp. And when you are writing this part in examination, that part no need to show this. When you are solving question, that time no need to show this part, this area no need to show. Only this part you can do. Only you have to write, only this part you have to write. Okay, this part no need to show. Okay, thank you.